G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Eznix Arch script, Ezarch, and I'm going to be looking at the one that he said he couldn't try was the NVME. So I've had some experience trying NVMe in Virtualbox. Now I do have an NVMe disk on this machine, but running scripts and installing that, I'll probably have to take out my data drive, so I don't really want to put Arch on this system at the moment, but I did want to try it out, so let's do that. Now I've already had one successful install, so I thought I would take you through that and just test out the NVMe for Eznix, considering he's done a lot of hard work on the script. I just thought I'd check it out and see if it works for him. So let's try a new distro here, and we'll call it Eznix Ezarch, I think it's called Ezarch script. It's Arch Linux 64, and we'll go next. We'll give it easy 4 gigs. I'll give it 8 gigs actually. I've got 32 gigs on this system, so we'll do that. Do not create a virtual hard disk. Continue that. So that's this one here. Now we'll go to the settings and we'll go to storage, and we'll remove that controller, and then we shall add a new storage controller and we'll give it NVMe. And then we have to add a new storage to that, and we'll create virtual disk dynamically allocated, and I'll give it, let's give it 80 gigs, give it 90, that'll do. And it's already picked up this one here, Arch script. Don't know why it's named it in 1. That's all right, let's choose that. Now we have our NVMe storage controller there at 90 gigs. Go to the system, and we've got our base memory there. We're going to also use EFI. Don't think there was anything under general. Display, we need to up that. And VBox VGA. Don't worry about the invalid settings there. I don't know, VirtualBox does some funny things these days. So we have an NVMe, and network will be bridged, and that will do for now. So we shall start that up. Well, actually, I forgot to do the storage, didn't I? Because I don't think it matters these days. Even if you add it now, it doesn't seem to work properly anyway. Ezarch GUI, this one here. And OK. So let's see if that starts, because normally now it asks you to check, set it up. Not starting, that's all right. So Arch Linux, let's do that. So the password is live, L-I-V-E. And we are in the system. So now what we can do is go to display and choose a resolution for this. Oh, we got 1920 by 1080, that's pretty good. Apply that, keep this configuration, close. Now what we're going to do is go to his bin folder right here, and we're going to right click and open in terminal here, open terminal here. Now let's zoom that in, let's check that out. Now we're pointing towards this folder, so if I give that an ls for list, and we can see that we've got the ezarch.uefi. So what we need to do is su into the root account, which is TOOR, root backwards, and there we go. And what we do is ./ez, I'll hit the tab key, and then .u, and hit the tab key again. That'll auto-complete the UEFI part, and enter that. And we have started Eznix script. Now, the only thing I've found with this, on the first install that I did was, I actually did 2 installs. One I started, and then I stopped it and did it again because the mirror list, for some reason, it was so slow. I couldn't even, just updating the repositories was a nightmare. and very slow. So I don't know what the reason for that is, so we'll get to that. So let's first of all, number 1, and create username. So enter 1, and I'll create my username. I'll create a password. And this shows up, so I'll do an ABC123. There we go. Now, I don't know whether if you make a root password, you probably don't have sudo privileges, I think, but I'm going to make one anyway, create one. We'll make it the same. So root password set, and then we'll make a host name and we'll call it Ezarch VBox. And that's done. So we press R to return. So now we get to number 2, which is optimize mirror list. So let's do that. Okay, so that is complete. Now that took quite a while to get through that. So what we're going to do is we're going to open another terminal here. We're going to SU, put in my password. Oh, we're on the live, aren't we? It's not that, it's the other one. It's TOOR. Okay, sorry, SU and TOOR. Okay, and then we're going to nano etsy pacman.d and mirror list, looking for the Australian mirrors. This one here looks like a Japanese mirror. So that mirror list looks a bit different to the one that happened yesterday. So maybe I'll run with that. It's probably okay. So we'll just Control X to exit that and we'll see how we go. So let's see how we go here. Let's choose number 3 and we're going to go number 2 for NVMe disk and number 1 to enter the device name, and we have NVMe 0N1, so 92 gig, NVMe 0N1. Choose a swap partition and we'll go 4G, that's all I need. We'll choose a root partition and I'm just going to go 20G. That should be good enough for root partition, that's capital. And then number 4, create the partitions. Number 5, we're going to format partitions. And then number 6, we're going to mount them. How easy was that? Arch made easy. So we're going to number 4, install base system. Number 4, hopefully this is not too slow. It looks pretty quick so far, so that's good. Yeah, we're looking good there. I wasn't even getting 1 kilobyte yesterday. So maybe that's been updated or something. So I'll come back when this bit's complete. It's all been downloaded, so now it's going to be installing. So that is the base system complete. Now we shall run number 5, configure system settings. And then number 6, install broad categories of software. So number 1, xorg. And that is xorg complete. I'll move on to number 2, general. General packages installed. I like the way it tells you that what's just been installed, because you could probably forget where you were at after all that time. So yes, that was general. So number 3, multimedia. And as you can see there, I've got operation 2 slow, less than 1 byte. So that's the only one I've had on this occasion. I had plenty of those yesterday. So the mirrors are doing quite well today. Might be just pulling from a place that's a bit slow. Multimedia packages installed. So that was multimedia. Let's go to number 4, networking. And then we had another Firefox package, less than 1 byte. I don't know, now it's just gone very quick. Very strange behavior on for the internet there. Don't know why. So we did get a couple of, for Firefox, some slow speeds as well, less than 1 byte. So I don't know why that is. Very strange internet speed behavior for some reason. Don't know why that is. So that is networking packages complete. We'll go to 5, fonts. Fonts packages installed. Number 6, printing support. And printing packages installed. And R to return. So that was number 6, install broad categories of software, I believe. Geez, you could easily get lost after that amount of time. I had a little bit of slow internet again, which took a little bit more time than expected. So number 7, choose desktop. I'm pretty sure I was on number 6. Let's just check that out. Number 6. Yep, that's where I was. Return, and number 7, choose desktop. I'll install Cinnamon. So that is the Cinnamon desktop installed, and we shall return to the main menu. And number 8, install Grub. And Grub installed. And that's the installation complete. Let's click the X to exit that. And we can exit that. And exit that. And that's the install complete. Now, a couple of things I want to look at is, first, I want to go back to here. Back to the mirror list. Now, I had quite a few slow packages. Now, I'm thinking that it was using this mirror only. I don't know if it moves on to different mirrors throughout the install. It didn't look like it. It looked like it was just using this mirror here. So it was using a mirror from Japan by the looks of it. So maybe that's the fastest mirror it could find within Australia. I don't know. Yesterday I had an Australian one. Today the repos, the mirror list is completely different. So I don't know whether that's an Arch Linux issue. That I think that's Deflector that checks these things out. Oh, Reflector, is it? Reflector? I don't know whether, because I've used that before. So whether that's whether they were the only available mirrors at the time, I don't know. So that's interesting anyway. I don't see any Australian ones there. Or am I not looking properly? I'll probably go back through this video. I'll probably see it. I never see it when I'm making the video. I'm too focused on other things. So I just wanted to show that there. Oh, actually, if I scroll down. So yesterday I had to put the Australian mirror on top to speed it up. So I copied and pasted the mirror and put it on top. So I had yesterday it had like hashtag Australia and then the server name and so forth, and it had that hashtag there with the country names there to let you know what country it's from. This one hasn't done that. Anyway, that's that. Just wanted to have a look at the Ezarch UEFI open with mousepad. I've noticed that when it does the partitions, if I can find that. So this is the partition area here. Host name, swap size, okay. Swap size, and then the root size. And then you've got this one here, which would, what it does is it takes the remaining disk free space and turns it into the /home. Now I would prefer to have just a partition disk as an ext4, and then I can set it up as if I was going to use this. So I'd probably have to adjust this. I'm not sure where it does the /home bit, because it does that automatically, I believe. So target drive, I'll make part, mount home. So there it is. There it must be this one here. Mount EFI and mount home. So that's mounting. I wouldn't make a good developer, would I? I can't even find where it does that bit because I'm not quite sure how to read this 100%. It's got to be where it does. You select the size of your disk there. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would do that. I don't know how to read that properly. Eznix, he can tell me. No idea. Anyway, that is the install complete. And let's shut this down and restart the completed install. What is with these stop jobs and start jobs on Arch? They drive me bananas, these stop jobs and start jobs. So that is the install complete, and I'll just check that this has taken the storage disk out, which it hasn't. So let's remove that. Okay, and then let's start up our freshly installed Virtualbox Arch Linux Cinnamon, and put in my password, my very secure password that nobody knows. And as usual, we get the check video drivers for Cinnamon, no big deal there. And we have our Cinnamon desktop. What have we got installed in here? HP, graphics, GIMP, View Noir, image viewer, document scanner, Firefox Thunderbird, FileZilla. I never used that. What's that? HP UI scan. Asunder, I like that. Brasero, GUBC View, Simple Screen Recorder, VLC, Quadlibet, what's that one? Browse or edit your audio collection, okay. Xfelso, edit tags in your audio files, okay. And then we've got under admin, gparted installed, BleachBit, HTOP, manage printing, system profiler and benchmarker, okay. So let's have a look at system monitor. We don't have a system monitor, so what do we need? Let's adjust this to, I like normally green on black, looks nice. And maybe the text, the font. So custom font, let's go for Deja Vu Sans, that'll do. Let's try that. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so SU password, and we want to look at Pacman dash capital S little s to search for GNOME and dash GNOME system log, GNOME system monitor, that's what we need. Pacman -S gnome -system -monitor. Yes. Okay, that's that done. I always forget you really must probably exit out of root first and then exit to try that. I'm on Arch, I've got to remember that stuff. System monitor down there, and you can see it's highlighted because it's just been installed. So it's got bold font. And the most important thing I wanted to check out here was this bit here. And we have NVMe 1, partition 1, partition 3 and 4. So that's my AFI partition there. The root partition is 20 gig and the remaining is /home. So that's the way it has set it up. And I think we might have some themes in here. Let's check it out. Oh, we've got adapter. So the thing with Cinnamon I've noticed these days is for the window borders to work, you must choose the same one for controls. Now it doesn't have to be ETA, Nocto ETA or ETA. It can be any one of these as long as it's probably adapter, I would think. See how it's light up top. So we have to select one of these adapters here for that to work properly, I believe. And now it's functioning properly. So that's changed in Cinnamon. You used to be able to do these separately, but now you cannot. And we have Papyrus Dark. So let's do that. Let's make it quickly look a little bit more at home. So I don't know if there's a dark strip down the side. I don't know. We're looking for controls, aren't we? So we want, that would be a dark one, is it? That's a dark one. Adapter. We can probably use Arc Darker. But then that messes up this theme here, doesn't it? Because I like that strip to be dark on the side. So it looks like we don't have a dark one for adapter. We could probably just choose the Arc Darker there. That'll do for now. So there we have our Eznix Arch Linux install. Seems to be all working okay. If we su, I don't know if sudo is available. I doubt whether it is. Sudo pacman -SYU, I think it is. And ABC123. No, I'm not part of the sudoers file. So if we go su and then I think I messed up my password then. Try that again. Okay, and then we can pacman -SYU, synchronizing database. There's nothing to do. Now that seems to be a little bit on the slow side as well. Let's have another look at the database in here. We'll try su again. And nano etc. Pacman.d and mirror list. So I don't know if we can run this command again, maybe. Let's copy that, paste that, and enter. See if we get a different result. The read operation timed out. This could be a Virtualbox thing too. Could be a Virtualbox issue. I don't know if that's the correct command for reflector. I'm not, well, I am en route, aren't I? Yes, I am. I'm on the Arch wiki, and this is the recommended command for reflector. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the same reflector. Latest 50. I'll try latest, maybe just 10 or something. Let's try that. Enter that. Okay, so we didn't get any feedback on that. Now there's a slight difference in the reflector script. Here, I think is the Eznix one, and this one's got protocol HTTPS. This one's got HTTP, and then it's got protocol HTTPS instead of sort rate. So I don't know what that's done. Let's check it out. Well, actually, if we arrow up, we might be able to get previous commands. Yeah. So now I've got this one here. So it's changed. It's definitely changed it. Let's exit that. Well, actually, no, let's just try. Pacman-syu. Seems to be a bit quicker. And that's interesting because I'm having trouble with speeds on here. So I don't know which, maybe I need to do it by country. So I'd probably have to look that up and see if I can do it by country. I think which was on this site, reflector, country, France, -- country, Germany. So I don't know whether I have to put in country, Australia, country, down under. I don't know. It would have to be probably country, Australia, maybe just one. -- age 12, I don't know what that means. 12 hours, okay. So select the HDMI mirrors synchronized with the last 12 hours and located in either France or Germany. Okay, so I'll just put -- country, Australia. Let's try that. Try it again. Let's paste that and I'll just change that. Australia. Let's get rid of this one. We don't need that. And let's try, I think that's one more there. And then let's try that. And that's just gone through very quickly. So let's have a look at the mirror list again. And now we've got Australian mirrors. Okay, so maybe that's, I know Digital Pacific is definitely Australia. Yep. Okay, let's Control X to exit that, and let's just try another update. And that's quick as. Okay, so maybe I need to run that manually before I run the script to get those mirrors in place to speed me up a little bit. So that's probably one thing I could do. So that was Ezarch script created by Eznix, and that's the NVME version. And I know he probably didn't have time to get that done. He did mention in one of his videos, so I thought I'd do that for him. It probably would have been a lot quicker. I've been at this for like an hour and 40 minutes because some of those mirrors were really slow. So just probably better off to do a manual reflector for my individual country to get those mirrors sped up a bit. Besides that, besides the odd bytes, less than 1 byte, and taking a little bit more time than expected, the script worked perfect. There didn't seem to be any issues, and it seemed to work well with NVMe. So thank you for your hard work there, Eznix. That seems to work pretty well. So anyone who wants a simple Arch script to run and install, and don't forget, if you're installing this on any device, it's going to wipe out your whole hard drive, so just remember that. So you need to dedicate a disk, whereas all the data will be completely wiped out. You need to remember that. So that was Eznix Ezarch script. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.